What's up, guys? Winter Kills here, and welcome back to another post-commentary duel video. We're back on DN after a long time. Has been a really long time since we've done one of these post-commentary duel videos here on DN. But we're on the low-res site, which is awesome. We'll be able to finally play on Dueling Network again with pictures. At least about 90% of the pictures have been fully restored on the site. As you can see, our player pictures are gone, but the card pictures are there, and that's what matters the most. And we've got a matchup here I think a lot of you are going to enjoy. We've got some Synchro Fusionist versus Kozmo with a new support. That means Dark Planet, Dark Lady, the other one, the Dog Walker or something, the one that looks like a big spider. But still, nonetheless, we've got Fire King Island being in the deck now, as well as Dark Witch, Dark Lady, and the Dark Planet, which is the big 4K beat stick that can negate spells literally as many times as you want it to. As you can see there, Kozmo Dark Lady being revealed off the tin can. That is going to get added to his hand. We went 1, 2, 3, 4 from right to left for the die roll. And I'm playing second with Synchro Fusionist, as by his choice. He made me go second because he knew what I was playing, but we're still able to pull out a really strong first turn field, regardless that he has the ability to chain out and summon the Dark Witch, Dark Lady, and be able to negate a monster effect for 1,000 life points, which is what Dark Lady does. You can just pay 1,000 to negate. And with this hand, we did open up really well with this hand, and we get some pretty insane top decks you'll see here, which make this duel absolutely gold. And you guys will see why, and I'm glad I got this footage recorded, which is nice, because there isn't too many times where I am caught playing well on camera. It's just how it is sometimes, I guess. I mean, sometimes, but more often than not, people are like, you know, you didn't make the right play, which I understand. Sometimes there's some plays I completely, don't make that are blatantly obvious, but that's whatever. That happens to the best of us sometimes. But Librarian into Formula, getting those double draws, Instant Fusion and Desynchro, absolutely nuts. And we still have brilliant fusion targets in deck, so if we draw into that, hey, we can still make that happen so long as we don't draw into Ghost Ogre. But yeah, let's talk about Fire King Island for just a moment. That field spell, that weird looking field spell that he's got. Basically, it is a Fire King card, as you know, the fire archetype. I think the card he plays near is the Avatar Yaksha, the level 4. But basically, that card just destroys a monster in your hand, and then you can add a Fire King monster from deck to hand. So you can blow up a ship in your hand like Slip Rider, Dark Destroyer, Dog Fighter, Dark Lady, what have you, and summon out another one. And then it has another effect that I believe when that card leaves the field or is destroyed, you blow up your entire field, and then it has a secondary or tertiary effect after that. And then I believe you can only use one of those two effects after the effect where it's destroyed. Only one of them once per turn, but obviously you're going to be using the effect to destroy a monster in your hand to get extra summons. But we made Charge Warrior, and we've drawn several more cards thanks to him. And now a Cell Synchron is on the field. And we also have fucking Brilliant Fusion now. This is already going to be an even more busted turn. I'm going to activate Brilliant Fusion. I'm going to send the Lazuli and the Ghost Ogre. That extra light target coming in clutch. I accidentally send the Brilliant Fusion to the graveyard. I'll bring that back in a moment. It won't matter too much. That was on accident, but I'm like, what's my second normal summon gonna be? I gotta choose wisely here, because I would have gone for the Synchro Fusionist with the Cell Synchron to go into another Charge Warrior, but I only play one Charge Warrior at the moment, so I go for Junk, get that extra 7 Synchro, and then we work our way up to Trish and get more draws off that. We draw Desynchro and Soul Charge. This game is already over as is. And now I know a lot of you probably think, oh, you just Desynchro the Trish and then go right back into it for another free draw. Well, yes, I could very easily do that, but I can also make Baxia through Yazi and get out Trish again that way. I level leader the wrong target there, So I go back and I'm like, you know what? I need to level leader the Yazi instead of the Trish. At least I thought I needed to. I think there was another way I could have gone around it, but I decided to level leader the Yazi anyway to get the level leader off the field as well, to clear up more room. That's why I think it was the more beneficial play. And then we bring back Norden through Yazi's effect, which is absolutely insane, just to revive a level 4 lower monster by destroying a card, you know, once per turn. That is absolutely insane. And then the spin effect on summon, which obviously puts your Trish back. I can desynchro. You see me there looking at the card. Like, I could desynchro again if I needed to, but still at this point I do not need a desynchro, because we do set up another Trish play. Right here actually. And we Trish him again. And with that desynchro in hand, I could Trish him a third time, completely clearing his hand, field, and pretty much most of the useful stuff in his graveyard. And at that point I tell him I've got fucking desynchro, I got soul charge. I think this game is pretty much over, and I'll definitely be able to OTK him at that point once I make a third Trish. So we're gonna go into game 2. He's gonna have me go second once again, wanting to get that heads up and establish a pretty good field, as we know Kozmo can do. They've got a lot of disruption power, being able to go into Dark Destroyer and Dark Planet now being a huge threat. I was pretty much fearing, like, if he gets Dark Planet out first turn, I have no chance in this duel, and I would have to scoop, and we just have to go to another game where hopefully I can go first and there's no hand traps involved. So we can see Fire King Island setting up a summon through, I believe it was like a Slip Rider or something that got destroyed. Setting up plays though, he's got the Delta Shuttle, he's got the Slip Rider on field. He's gonna send, I believe, Dark Lady off the shuttle, and now he can go into a rank 5 if he needs to. He's gonna summon out the Stormtrooper. Stormtrooper will revive the Dark Lady. Now he has Infinity, Dark Lady, and that setback row is a Kozmojo. Now you're wondering, like, how the hell are you going to play out of this field? You know, the plays of this deck are extremely fragile. But I think a lot of it had to do with the part that he is very new to the new play style of Kozmo. So if he's not making the best plays, please guys do not give him a lot of shit. This is like his first time really looking at the new cards and getting to play with them. He does play Kozmo in real life. And he's been recently really wanting to start testing with the new stuff, so I figured why not give it a chance to test it against some Synchro Fusionists, and this is what ended up happening. But yeah, I have to play through triple negations either way, which is Infinity, Dark Lady, and Kozmojo. He negates the formula with the Dark Lady. I still draw off my Librarian, and I draw into Synchron Resonator, which is going to be a really, really good draw. He negates the desynchro with the Infinity, which is nice. I'm really glad he didn't Kozmojo it there, because I can get my Synchro Resonator off. Now he Kozmojos, getting rid of the Dark Lady, banishing the Librarian. So at this point, you're probably thinking it's pretty much game over at this point, but no. I summon Frankendirt, pay 500 to draw, reveal the Brilliant Fusion, send Tricklown and Lazuli, pay the 1,000, summon it back, and now I'm back in the game immediately. The advantage you're gonna see this Brilliant Fusion bring me is absolutely nuts. Like, now I've got my Tricklown on board. Now I've got a level 5 I can level lead off of. I can go into a formula with that clutch level 1 Lazuli in my hand to get an extra draw. Like, it just plays out beautifully. And I think I get a double Trish going here. I think my field ends with Trish, Charge Warrior, Yazi, and it's actually really nice that I got to end with the Yazi, because Yazi cannot be targeted, so that's really good to help go against the Dark Destroyer, which obviously it just comes out, targets something, blows it up. So I'm pretty much safe from that, at least as far as my Yazi's concerned. And I draw into a Foolish. Like, it doesn't get any better than this. And I just need one more card out of the extra deck before I can use Recover's effect. I'll have 8 to his 13, giving me that 5 card difference I need in order to pay that 2,000 life points in order to summon Recover. I'm going to Trish right here through Cell, Seraphinite, and Level Eater. banish more cards. I leave the Infinity there because obviously the Infinity is no longer a threat. I'd rather get that Sword Trooper out of sight. Hopefully he's not going to draw into a Kozmo Town anytime soon now that he's just top decking at this point. And that's actually really good that he has Fire King Island in the field instead of Kozmo Town, or else that would have been a different story. Now we bring out Recover. We pay the 2K. We synchro for, what level was that? 6. We're going to 6. We draw into Refusion. Fucking Refusion. Game over. That is like a straight up game ender right there. Bring back Norden. Bring back, I believe, Ghost Ogre, and then we summon out a Level Eater to go into a Yazi. I think that's what happens. Not entirely sure. Can't remember too much. But I know this was just insane because the top decks were real. And the fact that this deck was able to play through 3 negations and still pull off the first turn field that it is. Absolutely nuts, and that's why I love this deck so much. If this deck interests you, and you have not seen this deck before, perhaps you're new to the channel or something like that, and you want to see a deck profile, I've just recently uploaded a up-to-date Synchro Fusionist deck profile for the new format post April 2016 banlist. He draws Dark Lady and Scoops, by the way. But like I said, if this deck interests you and you want to see an in-depth deck profile on it, I'll leave a link to it in the description for you guys to check out, so you can get some more info on that. But I hope you guys enjoyed the footage. It was a crazy duel. I had a lot of fun playing it. I'll be doing more DN stuff in the future, as well as the usual. TCG DDD deck profile coming soon as requested, so look out for that in the future. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Leave a like if you did. Really appreciate that. It helps me out a lot. And as always, guys, Winter Kill signing out. We'll see you in the next one.